All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Thinking of what the perfect gift will be this Christmas? Gift yourself or a loved one with a mattress from Dean's this Christmas. Get 10% off on all size and make of mattresses. Find the perfect mattress for your sleeping pattern, whether firm or soft. We have the quality and prices to suit everyone's needs. Make the right choice this Christmas by calling 440-3240 or WhatsApp 419-9036. Season's greetings from the management and staff at Dean's Mattress, where quality is never compromised.
Corruption is robbing our economy. People are gaining from dishonesty.
The Office of the Ombudsman is a key stakeholder of the Office of the Integrity Commission. And as such, I am extremely pleased to give this brief address as Grenada joins the rest of the world in marking 2021 International Anti-Corruption Day on December 9th. All of us are reminded on that day that we have the challenging responsibility to stamp out corruption and to renew our commitment to work together to end the devastating impact of corruption on people's lives all around the world. The theme chosen for this year's commemoration is Your Right, Your Role, Say No to Corruption. No country or island, big or small, is immune from the scourge of corruption. That surely applies to Grenada as well. We are all part of a disappointingly corrupt world. According to the United Nations, and I quote, 2021 International Anti-Corruption Day seeks to highlight the rights and responsibilities of everyone, including states, meaning countries and islands, government officials, civil servants or public officers, law enforcement officers, media representatives, the private sector, civil society, academia, the public, and youth in tackling corruption, unquote. Notice that mention is made of the public and youth. Notice too that the list says including. It is not an exhaustive list. One can add several more. Sadly, church leaders and elders certainly belong here as well. Corruption, whether in the form of bribery, fraud, collusion, money laundering, or otherwise, is wrong, unacceptable, and must be condemned. Let us also dispel the notion that it is okay once I am not found out or no one is seeing. Someone does see, even though we delude ourselves into thinking we have gotten away with it, have been getting away with it for years, and can never be caught. Dear citizens, I urge us all to be honest. Honesty may seem unpopular, but it is still the best policy. Please take our roles and responsibility in this fight against corruption very seriously. Let us also resolve to say no to corruption, both in our words and by our deeds. Thank you.
Report it. Corruption, do not support it.
The Grenada team is very saddened by the impact of COVID-19 on our customers and in Grenada as a whole. In 2020, fuel prices were low, and then at the beginning of this year, 21, we saw it started to increase. Around July, we had a press release informing our customers of the increases and that they should start to conserve. We know it's tough out there. We've seen cases where people are unemployed, dropping revenue. There has been some serious impacts. We really wish that there will be some type of recovery and that our customers could see some light. If we look at the past trends from 2020, fuel prices were relatively low, and a lot of that had to do with COVID and drop in demand. 2021 was quite different. We started to see fuel prices increase, and that's because some of the COVID conditions had changed. We look at January of this year, fuel price was around 28 cents. So that increase in fuel prices has been the primary reason for high energy rates. Experts have told us that increases in world fuel prices will continue in the short term. Unfortunately, GrenLec cannot control world fuel prices, but there are a number of practical things that customers can do. Change is never easy, but in this case we ask customers to change their habits when it comes to electricity. Pay attention to your bill. Look for information that could show changes, increases in your consumption. Pay specific attention to wastage of energy. Make sure that you understand prudent
Good evening and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Tuesday, 7th November 2021. In the headlines, the midnight to 4 a.m. curfew has been lifted. Royal Grenada Police Force says although curfew is lifted, state of emergency remains in effect. Double salary promised to frontline workers to be paid by mid-December. And in sports, U.S. plans diplomatic boycott of Beijing Winter Olympics. We have the details to these and more after the break.
It's the season to give, and GrenLec invites you to give a gift of love and light to someone in our community who has been challenged by COVID-19. Make your account current and nominate someone for a chance to win. 200 winners will be gifted with a $400 grocery voucher or a $75 electricity voucher. If we select your entry, you too will win. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion runs November 24th to December 24th. Give a gift from GrenLec this holiday.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
With the news in detail, I am Troy Gill. Health Minister Nicholas Steele announced the removal of the 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. curfew effective immediately, given recent epidemiology statistics regarding COVID-19. However, he warns Grenadians to be vigilant given the fluidity of the pandemic and other developments across the region. The 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. curfew has been imposed since the first week of November. However, it appears that Grenadians will experience further easement for the 2021 Christmas season due to a recent announcement by Health Minister Nicholas Steele that the curfew will be lifted immediately. During Tuesday's post-cabinet press briefing, the minister said this decision hinges on what the epidemiological data has revealed in recent times.
Based on our current situation, it is our belief, and Cabinet has endorsed, that the quarantine that exists from midnight to 4 a.m. is to be removed. with effect from today. That removal is as a result that we do believe the current epidemiological situation. As to how long this will remain, it's based on our monitoring, it's based on other external factors, it's based for us as well on our social interactions and our social behavior.
As it relates to the new COVID-19 variant Omicron, they have reintroduced PCR testing at the various ports of entry. However, individuals will not be required to quarantine, Steele says.
As a result of the Omicron threat, as well as spikes that we're seeing in the region, we are quite possibly, and we've made a decision to start back testing on arrival, but not quarantine. Individuals would be PCR tested on arrival to MBIA, allowed to leave pending their results within 12 to 24 hours. So there would not be a quarantine, but there would be testing.
Minister Steele also provided an update on COVID-19 cases on the Sister Isle, confirming that children are among those who recently tested positive for the virus.
We've had a total of 3 positive cases of children in Carriacou. They are all related to the cluster that was identified from one of the inter-island ferries. 1 student from Harveyvale, 1 student from Bishop's College, and 1 student from Hillsborough. There are further testing to be done today, but at this point in time, these are still contacts from the cluster of the inter-island ferry.
This is the first time the curfew has been removed since it was enforced in March 2020, when Grenada confirmed its first COVID-19 case, and a number of adjustments have been made to the curfew leading up to this period, including several weeks of 24-hour lockdown. In the meantime, head of the Community Relations Department, ASP Trevor Rodney, says permission must be granted to host any party. He is reminding the public that though the curfew is no longer in effect, beginning tonight, the country is still under a state of emergency.
Though Health Minister Nicholas Steele announced the removal of the curfew from midnight to 4 a.m., ASP Trevor Rodney, in charge of the Community Relations Department, says individuals still need permission from the Commissioner of Police to host any party as the COVID-19 regulations are still in place.
And therefore you must apply indicating what you intend to do and apply within a reasonable time so that you can have a response. But please do not go ahead and conduct parties, because the law is going to take its course in relation to your action.
Although the curfew is no longer in effect, ASP Rodney says the country is still under a state of emergency.
Well, of course, since the COVID-19 regulation is still in effect, if you want to host any party, you need to have permission from the Commissioner of Police. You need to apply and state precisely the amount of persons that you want to accommodate at the party.
ASP Rodney says individuals should follow all protocols outlined by the regulations, as it is still a requirement by the law.
Given the size of your property, your building, wherever you want to host the party, the 6 feet distancing has to be observed, and of course the proper sanitary measures, hand washing, and masks. And all these things you have to ensure that is still a requirement of the law.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness in St. Vincent and the Grenadines has reported several cases of hand, foot and mouth disease, a communicable infection spread through close personal contact and by touching contaminated surfaces. In this light, there are concerns about such an outbreak occurring in Grenada. However, Health Minister Nicholas Steele insists that they are not too worried. However, they are monitoring the situation. Donella Hostin has more.
Hand, foot and mouth disease, according to Dr. Francis Martin, is a communicable disease that can be spread through contact with contaminated surfaces and infected people, particularly children. Dr. Martin explains the disease and how it can be transmitted.
Hand, foot, and mouth disease is a disease that is caused by an infection from a virus called Coxsackie. Other viruses can do that as well, like enterococci viruses, but generally it is caused by Coxsackie virus. It is a very highly contagious virus, and it is passed from person to person through droplets, secretions, coughing, even by touching as well, and it's very highly contagious.
Notably, HFMD is mainly seen in young children, and in some cases, there may be different symptoms.
It most likely happens in the age group 5 or less, but can happen in older children. It hardly ever affects adults. It's a virus that can come, and it's self-limiting in the sense that it eventually can go away, but in some children, it can cause severe fever, and in very, very rare occasions, it can cause other complications like meningitis or encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain, or even myocarditis, which is inflammation of the heart muscle, and valvulitis, which is infections of the valves of the heart. And this is why it can be of serious concern in some children, but generally it is a very self-limiting virus.
Over the past few days, cases have been reported in neighboring islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And according to Grenada's Health Minister, Nicholas Steele, this is not new. But in Grenada, they are continuing to monitor the situation.
Hand, foot, and mouth has shown up and usually shows up every year throughout the region. They usually show up in schools. They usually show up in daycare. That's the cases, that is. As I said, we see it. I would not be surprised if we do see it coming up, same way we're still seeing some of the other traditional communicable diseases that come through the region annually. But to date, we have not seen any significant outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth in Grenada.
He reminded people that the hygienic practices that should be followed are similar to that of COVID-19. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donala Hostin.
Young Chevron Pascal is in dire need of public assistance as she continues to deal with excruciating pain due to a damaged spleen. 1 month ago, the pain raised its ugly head, and since then, the 17-year-old has been bedridden, unable to attend school. In a report last Friday, we indicated that Chevron was due for surgery in about 2 weeks. However, the time has now changed to the 10th of December. The cost of surgery is in excess of $50,000. Mother of the 17-year-old, Desiree McEwen, gave MTV an update on the situation.
I came on and I spoke about her situation. We was given the 17th, which would have been next week Friday, but due to the urgency, the doctors and them moved up her operation to the 10th, which is this Friday. So, as I said and mentioned also, the funds we are looking for is $18,250 US, which is equivalent to around 50,000 EC. So I'm here with a plea asking anyone if they could contribute. The time span we have is very short, but it's for a worthy cause so we can get her back up on her feet. I'm holding on, as a parent, I'm holding on to the fact that we have given assurance that she would walk again. So surgery is scheduled for Friday the 10th, and we are looking for any contribution, any help from any business places, whatever little contribution we could get. It would go a far way to getting her back on her feet.
She says the surgery is expensive and they need Grenadians' help.
I have a copy of her scan. If you look closely, you can see where the damage is right with my finger here. So this was from her scan. And as mentioned earlier, upon doing the scan, the doctor said he wanted her to do a CT scan. Now this is the picture of the CT scan. So then you see further to the injury in her. So then the operation is needed in order for her to be able to stand on her own. As I also mentioned, presently she's bedridden, so everything is done in bed. The only time she gets up is when she needs to ease herself. So it has been very challenging, and as a parent, I'm out here just asking anybody for any contribution they could get, so at least we could reach to give an opportunity to have a future, because our future goal is to be an accountant or to work somewhere in the ministry. And I think that is very hopeful as a parent. So I'm just here seeking assistance in any form. Anyone wishing to get in contact with me, they can call me at 417-6125, or you can reach Mr. Earl Maitland. Later on, he would update you on his number as well to help us reach the expense that we are trying to reach to get a surgery. So it's a rush, so we're on the run.
Siobhan lived in St. Lucia for some time. She is an athlete, and it was during a sporting event she damaged her spleen. She is a Form 5 student at the Happy Hill Secondary School. One official from the Ministry of Finance confirms that the double salary promised to frontline workers will be paid by mid-December and will be free from any deductions, including NIS and other taxes. During Tuesday's post-cabinet press briefing, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester, affirmed government's commitment to pay a double salary to frontline workers in December. According to Sylvester, the payment is expected to be made by the 17th of this month.
So in terms of the frontline workers, and as defined in the budget, frontline workers, of course, all officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force and medical personnel and other auxiliary workers, they are defined as frontline workers, and they would get the 1 month's full pay as additional to their salary in December. And we are working towards making that payment by the 17th of the month latest. We are fully advanced in that, and of course, there should be no issues. We foresee no issues in that regard.
However, Sylvester indicated that for the category of workers who are eligible to receive an additional half-month's pay, their roles during the pandemic must first be clarified.
What we have in the process of doing now is coming up with the criteria and being able to make that payment. What we have said also is that because we have to do some further work, the additional half month for those workers will be paid before the first quarter of next year. And I want to make a point that by saying before the first quarter of next year or before March, we are not saying that payment will be made in March. Yeah. Essentially, those persons could in fact even receive the additional payment before the end of this year.
Sylvester affirms that workers will not be required to pay any dues or deductions on the additional month's salary.
In terms of the statutory dues and so on that are deducted from person's salary on a monthly basis, you would recall that based on how this is calculated, that would come from the very first salary that they would get. So the usual salary, for example, if you pay your NIS or what 5%, that would of course come from that salary. If you get an additional salary, NIS would not come from that.
The issue regarding the clarifications of some workers during the pandemic was raised during the briefing. However, Sylvester indicated that the information will be obtained from the various permanent secretaries and heads of staff. That's the first segment of news. More news after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Christmas safety tips. Always unplug Christmas tree lights before leaving home or going to sleep. Check your tree lights and outdoor lights for damage each year before you use them. Discard lights with frayed wires, loose connections, and cracked sockets. Do not overload your wall outlets or extension cords. Remind children never to touch lights or outlets. Select lights appropriately. Never use indoor lights outside or vice versa. Happy holidays from Grenlec.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday in Grenada. Wow! And this year, it's gonna be online with a whopping $20,000 US. Yes, you heard right. $20,000 US to be won. Just get a ticket for only US $20 and you stand a chance to win. Get your tickets now from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday. Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy T Virtual Bingo and win cash this Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we can, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the Communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the Communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we can, with gifts of love with joy.
Welcome back to the news. One man has been charged in connection with a stolen vehicle, and police say investigations into several other reports of auto theft continue. Head of the Community Relations Department, ASP Trevor Rodney, is urging residents to secure their vehicles, especially during the Christmas season. He says there have been several reports of stolen vehicles in recent weeks. So far, one man has been charged and brought before the court for the crime.
In recent times, we've had a vehicle stolen, and that matter was dealt with. In fact, the individual was charged and brought to court because an offense was committed. So we would ask vehicle owners, please secure your vehicle properly. We've been saying that over and over, secure your vehicle properly so that it will not be stolen.
ASP Rodney is encouraging the public to ensure their vehicles are locked at all times.
There was a time when certain persons were using quote-unquote hot wire to get the vehicle started and so forth. If there is a defect in your vehicle as far as the electrical wiring is concerned, as far as the auto wiring and so forth, ensure that you bring that to a qualified technician, auto technician, to have the problem solved. We know that sometimes your window glasses might not function properly, your locks and so forth. Ensure that that is fixed. Do not give an opportunity, no opportunity for your vehicle to be taken away, to be stolen, and so on. So members of the public, be vigilant and avoid inconveniences, avoid extra costs that you may have to face as a result of these situations with people who are willing to break the law and willing to take their chances.
We are quickly approaching the Yuletide season, and normally during that time, according to the Royal Grenada Police Force, there seems to be an increase in the number of fires around the island. Officer attached to the fire department, Sergeant Thaddeus Hamilton, says normally with celebrations, the risk of fires increases. Rachel Bain has more.
The Christmas season traditionally is known for its decorations. However, with this comes great responsibility because if not monitored properly can cause massive fires and even family displacement. The Yuletide season, Sergeant Thaddeus Hamilton says, normally sees fire increases. This, he says, is for a number of reasons: the overloading of sockets, decorations, and sometimes individuals being lackadaisical when cooking.
Traditionally, there is an increase in fires around this particular time because of activities people are engaging. You have persons cleaning, decorating, prolonged cooking, baking, and the use of additional gadgets, electronics, and so forth. So the risk increases around this particular time of the year. So this is why we are encouraging people to take all the necessary precautions to reduce the risk of a fire occurring in your workplace or in your home to as low as reasonable possible, by taking safety precautions. Yes?
Sergeant Hamilton says this is normally the busiest time of the year for the department. Therefore, he is imploring individuals to follow various safety measures as they celebrate.
Never overload electrical sockets with lights, appliances, or electronics. Overloading of electrical sockets can result in fire or electrocution. Never use indoor lights for outdoor decorating. Indoor lights are designed for indoor decorating, and outdoor lights are designed for outdoor decorating. Outdoor lights are especially coated with water-resistant material, so the water wouldn't penetrate the light when it is used outdoor.
The fire official is encouraging Grenadians to help the RGPF to help them. Fires, he says, are serious and have major implications for everybody. Leaving decorative lights on for long periods, the sergeant says, can also contribute to fires. And in a matter of 2 minutes, your life work is destroyed.
When you go into bed or if you are leaving the house, do not leave your decorative lights on. And decorative lights can build up heat and can result in a fire. So we are encouraging persons when you are leaving home to turn off your decorative lights.
Non-essential items, he says, must be turned off once leaving home.
So technically speaking, when you are leaving home, the only item you should have plugged in is the refrigerator.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
With the landfill almost at its fullest capacity, one official from the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority says the final cell being constructed is about 90% complete and will be ready during the first quarter of 2022. Senior Communications Officer at the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Myrna Julian, provided an update on the new cell that is currently being constructed at the Perseverance landfill. Julian says preparatory work has already been completed for the influx of waste at the new location.
The actual construction of the cell, the berms around the cell, we have done the access road for tipping. The tipping face has been constructed and has been tested. Is currently being used at this time, but not tipping waste into the current landfill, but to the existing initial cells 1 and 2, which were commissioned in 2001. But it's tested, it's working. We've also done the crossing of the leachate from the landfill cell that is now constructed to the ponds, which are constructed on the opposite side of the landfill, which is near to the old dump site.
She further highlighted some additional work that is being done to ensure the cell is operating efficiently.
And what we are into now is the placement of the pipes within this final cell, as well as the liners that are necessary for ensuring that only liquid waste goes into the underground pipes, etc.
It is their hope that the new cell will be fully operational and will be commissioned in the new year.
So once that is done, and the landfill has been properly lined, and we do our little testing, etc., of the operations, we would be up and running, and hopefully we would commission that site in the first quarter of 2022.
Landfill space continues to be a major concern by solid waste officials who have been vigorously promoting measures to divert certain waste types from the landfill, including composting, recycling, and other forms of waste diversion. Residents in Caliste in recent times have been complaining of the indiscriminate lighting of fires in the community. Some have even taken to social media to express their dissatisfaction with the situation, indicating that it is not fair to them. Sergeant Thaddeus Hamilton says the RGPF is also very concerned about this and is calling on those people responsible to put an end to it.
Also of great concern to us at the fire department is the whole idea of indiscriminate burning, especially at this time of the year. We know homeowners are in the business of cleaning up their premises, getting the lawn cut, the fence, trimming the trees, cleaning out the house and so forth. But we want to send a strong message to the members of the public to refrain from setting fires indiscriminately.
That's it for the second segment of news. Regional highlights are up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we can, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the Communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the Communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we can.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
It's the season for sorrel, a sweet drink sorrel. It's the season for sorrel, a sweet drink sorrel.
Your favorite flavored soft drink now comes in a limited edition sorrel flavor. Enjoy a cool sorrel sweet drink this Christmas. Available in 591 ml packet sizes. Sweet drink, we drink.
It's the season for sorrel, a sweet drink sorrel.
produced in Grenada by the Grenada Bottling Company Limited.
Super Sunday! Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday in Grenada! Wow! And this year, it's gonna be online with a whopping $20,000 US. Yes, you heard right! $20,000 US to be won. Just get a ticket for only US $20 and you stand a chance to win. Get your tickets now from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday. Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy T Virtual Bingo and win cash this Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Why wish upon a star? For a bank is better by far. Whatever you're wishing for this Christmas, we'll give you low interest and no fuss.
Co-op Bank is making Christmas wishes come true. Fix up your home, treat your loved ones, and get everything on your Christmas list this year with our no-fuss loans. As we count down the 12 days to Christmas, you can win awesome prizes every day. Special terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you.
Let's get tough on breed, larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, call 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, please don't steal produce from your brother. Then you're selling to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop breed larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report breed larceny, call 300.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Arizo Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Arizo Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, cause that's what we do.
Donessa Panchu has this evening's regional highlights.
This is the regional roundup for today. I am Donessa Panchu. Tobago has a new leadership. The People's National Movement, which had majority control over the Tobago House of Assembly, lost to the Progressive Democratic Patriots in the TAH elections on Monday. Preliminary results indicate that the PDP went away with a staggering 9 out of a possible 15 seats. There is a tie in the Plymouth Blackrock district, where the PDP and the People's National Movement, PNP, both have 229 votes. The Innovative Democratic Alliance could provide a tieback with the 3 votes they were able to garner in that district. This was the second time Tobagonians returned to the polls after the first election on January 26 ended in deadlock. Since then, 3 more seats were added under the Tobago House of Assembly Amendments Bill 2021. The PDP is led by political leader Watson Duke and Deputy Leader Farley Augustine, who is slated to become the new Chief Secretary in the TAH. Prime Minister Mia Motley of Barbados made an impact on the world stage with her speech at the United Nations General Assembly and again in Glasgow at COP26, but her words and passion have not only shown her commitment to the environment, but it has today seen her name once more etched in the records of history as the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, named her this year's Champion of the Earth for policy leadership. PM Motley added, "Who will get up and stand up for the rights of our people? This accolade is the world body's highest environmental honor. The UNEP said Prime Minister Motley has been a champion for those who are most vulnerable to the triple planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity and nature loss, and pollution and waste. Her passionate advocacy and policy achievements are prime examples of how world leaders can take bold, urgent action on environmental issues. Over in Jamaica, a man in his 60s is said to be the suspect behind the fatal shooting of the 6-year-old girl in Tex Lane, Central Kingston on Monday. Reports from sources in the area are that the man reportedly made a homemade gun and was at the premises testing the weapon when it went off and struck young Timora McCollum. The child was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police have since launched a search for the suspect. And that's it for this evening's regional roundup. I am Vanessa Pantru.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
You watching the MTV Evening News. Sports is up next.
Darling, would you like some tea? I've made your favorite.
Well, thank you, darling. I'm here finishing my blog post to help homeowners understand their electricity bills. The left side of your bill shows the rates for electricity and the government charges. The middle portion shows the number of units you've consumed, plus the history of your usage over the last 8 months. And the right side shows how much you're being charged.
I really think people are going to value this information.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Let's get tough on breed larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, please don't steal produce from your brother. Then you're selling to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop breed larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
We promised you, and now it's time to deliver. St. Louis UPVC is finally open for business. Look for the blue building marked St. Louis UPVC number 21 Frequenter Industrial Park. At St. Louis UPVC, we manufacture durable push-up windows, sliding windows, projected windows, and casement windows. You can also purchase sliding doors. Our products are manufactured with up to half-inch impact glass, with 21 different types of glass to choose from. Windows can be customized to your specifications. Free Free delivery island-wide. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Feel free to call us at 439-6538 for more information.
Coming up in sports, U.S. plans a diplomatic boycott of Beijing Winter Olympics. That and more coming up in sports. We now join Rachel Bain for this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenadian basketballer NL St. Bernard from St. Andrew, who plays for Spotlight Ballers, is one of the products of the elite training program of the under-23 players. St. Bernard received the opportunity for a trial in the United States of America in a showcase camp in Florida. St. Bernard explains to MTV Sports what got him to this position.
I'm a club owner, Daryl Bernard of Telescope St. Andrews, and he has been working with me for as long as I started playing organized basketball, and through him I got to a level where I was seen by Coach Elcock and others to attend the elite under-23 camp, and through that and competitions, through getting film out and stuff, I got noticed by outside audience, and I got a couple of phone calls from other people, and they gave me the opportunity to attend Mid Florida Academy, where I'll be partaking in training and basketball games with other institutions to kind of get more recognition, to possibly either get a scholarship or go into professional basketball.
St. Bernard says this opportunity has been a goal for him for a very long time.
As long as I started playing, that is I always wanted to see how far I could get with the talent I've been given. And all my coaches, Coach Elcock, Mr. Bernard, they have been pushing me and always giving me that confidence to keep going and keep going hard for myself. And in their eyes, I'm seen as somebody who could get to that level, or who should be able to play or become, one of the best to do it.
And in cricket, giant Yadav took 3 wickets in 6 deliveries on Monday as India beat New Zealand by 372 runs in the second test at Mumbai to win the 2-match series 1-0. India mopped up the New Zealand lower order with 40 minutes of play on day 4 at the Wankhede Stadium. Chasing a mammoth 540, the Black Caps were bowled out for 167 in 56.3 overs. Ravi Chandra Ashwin finished with 4 for 34, while Giant Yadav took 4 for 49. Aksa Patel added 1 for 42 as India needed just 11.3 overs to complete the formalities, fully avenging its loss to New Zealand in the final of the World Test Championship. One contest between bat and ball could shape this Ashes series. Pat Cummins is set to lead the home team, putting a fast bowler's perspective on Australia's Test cricket captaincy for the first time since the 1950s. Joe Root is primed to lead England with the bat again in series that he thinks may define his career. A bowling captain for Australia and a batting captain for England, 2 captains going toe-to-toe, will be great, England wicketkeeper Jos Buttler said on the eve of the first test. Root was already feeling some pressure before it was confirmed that Jimmy Anderson, England's all-time leading test wicket-taker, will miss the first test starting Wednesday at Gabba. And finally in sports, the U.S. will stage a diplomatic boycott of the upcoming Winter Olympics in Beijing to protest Chinese human rights abuses. The White House confirmed on Monday a move that China has vowed to greet with firm countermeasures. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said U.S. athletes will continue to compete and will have our full support, but added we will not be contributing to the fanfare of the games. U.S. diplomatic or official representation would treat these games as business as usual in the face of the PRC human rights abuses and the atrocities in Xinjiang, and we simply cannot do that, Psaki told reporters during Monday's briefing. We have a fundamental commitment to promoting human rights, and we feel strongly in our position, and we will continue to take actions to advance human rights in China and beyond, Psaki added. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
The weather and a recap of the top stories after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good evening again, viewers, with Tuesday night's weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Wayne Williams. Drier air moved into the Eastern Caribbean. Still, we did see a bit of upper level clouds, one or two very brief sprinkles in inland areas, but by and large conditions are continuing to improve. We did see that slight haze continuing, and it will do so over the next week or so. We do have an area of intense cloudiness associated with the intertropical convergence zone. It is quite possible that this could creep a bit northwards into our area, but so far it is dissipating in the area immediately in our vicinity. We can see what is happening with that area here. Mostly upper level winds are right now unfavorable for it to move into our area. We do have some small patches of clouds elsewhere, again very shallow moisture in them. We could see fewer and briefer briefer showers during the nighttime tonight. By and large, however, the weather would be mostly fair, 30% chance of those brief sprinkles, fewer and less intense than they were last night. The winds would come in from the northeast between 10 and 20 miles per hour with a minimum temperature of 24. The moon, well, you'll have to wait till tomorrow night for moonlight. The moon is going to rise at 9:41 in the morning and set at 9:25 tomorrow night. Mostly fair on Wednesday. Still have some of those upper level clouds to contend. It will bring a bit of cooling at times, but you still would see a max of 33, which will feel like 37. The winds are going to come in strongly from the northeast between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Moderate seas becoming slightly choppy at times, so do exercise caution if you have to venture far from port. The waves are going to be 5 to 7 feet in open waters. The sun will rise at 6:15 and set at 5:42. Some afternoon clouds are expected to roll into Port of Spain with the mostly fair conditions in Bridgetown with slight haze there also. Mostly sunny in Kingston, mostly sunny also in Miami. Clouds continue in New York and rain again in London. Mostly fair conditions through the start of the weekend. A slight increase in cloudiness is possible on Sunday, but that haze is going to continue for the next 7 days or so. That's it for Tuesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Wednesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. The midnight to 4 a.m. curfew has been lifted. Royal Grenada Police Force says although curfew is lifted, state of emergency remains in effect. Double salary promised to frontline workers to be paid by mid-December. And in sports, U.S. plans diplomatic boycott of Beijing Winter Olympics. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Troy Gill. Good night.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening to you viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Tuesday, the 7th of December, 2021. I'm Lexan Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. I've got Ms. Josephine Clark standing in with me. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Ms. Clark is here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner, that the game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Here's a quick reminder, as always, with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. All right, if you've got your tickets, check them now. First number up is 3. Second number 6, third and final. Third and final, 6. All right, let's do a quick recap. Numbers on the screen. First number up is 3. Second number 6. Third and final, 6. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening, and do stay tuned. Get your tickets out. We've got the Playway Draw coming up next. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back. It's time for the Playway Draw for this evening, Tuesday, the 7th of December, 2021. I've got Ms. Josephine Clark standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, just a reminder, with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 or in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams, win your way with Playway. Good luck. And this evening's winning Playway number is... Playway number for this evening is 12. That's 1, 2, 12. The dream symbol is car. Just repeat tonight's winning Playway number, the number 12. 1, 2, 12. The dream symbol is car. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. We've got one more to go. Get your tickets out. Cash for a draw is coming up next. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, You are winner. We are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back. It's time for the Daily Cash 4 draw for today, for this evening, Tuesday, the 7th of December 2021. Just to remind you, I've got Miss Josanne Clark standing in with me. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now with the Cash 4 game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. All right, check your tickets. First number is, yes, that number is 2. Second number 3. Third number 1, and the final. Yes, final number 2. Of course, I got a recap for your benefit. Double check your tickets. First number was 2, the second number 3, third number up was 1, and the fourth and final 2. Well, if you're a winner this evening, congratulations. If you haven't won, guess what? Tomorrow, God's will, you can go there, get your tickets, and do continue to support sports, culture, and nation building. Have a good night.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Maximize your advertising dollar. Admire your growth. Only with MTV, Magic FM, and the Grenada Informer. Contact our marketing department on 440-8171 or 444-1413.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Cecil Hippolyte of Spring St. George died on Wednesday, 24th November 2021, at the age of 74. He was the husband of Jeanette Hippolyte, father of Dr. Alana Hippolyte, Carleen Fidel, Valdi Ince, and Heidi Hippolyte, brother of Almando Williams, Bernard Williams, Wilston Williams, Glenroy Williams, Melvin Hippolyte, Brenda Trim, Merlin Hippolyte, Janice Hippolyte, and Agnes Williams. Uncle of many including Peter Williams, Alva Horsford, Betty and Patrick, and Stacy and Harris. Grandfather of many including Kishona Hippolyte and Camry Hippolyte. Great-grandfather of one. Caregivers Nurse Corinne Joseph, Nurse Anita Doyle, and Lorraine Joseph. Close friends and family including Cyril Hazard and family, Cecil Batiste and family, and members of Our Lady Queen of Peace RC Church, Belmont, St. George. The funeral service and interment of the late Cecil Hippolyte of Spring St. George will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Lyra Edwards of Tivoli St. Andrew passed away on Friday, 29th October 2021, at the age of 68. She was the mother of Mitchell and Richard Courtney and Gail Edwards, grandmother of Sherwin, Rachel, and Dion, sister of Leroy Jeffrey, Derek, Winston, Thaddeus, Alfred, Lenora, Pamela, and Olive, aunt of many including Leron, Pharrell, Emerson, and Cameron, mother-in-law of Eltha and Rena, caregivers Joan Panchu and Alice Thomas, many cousins including the Francis and Henry families in Trinidad, Vitalis and family. Many other close relatives and friends including the Nelson family in Trinidad, Constance and Rosalind Courtney of Paraclete, Wendy Aline and family, Thierry and family, Dennis Abraham and family, Noreen Modeste and family, Katianne Richards and family, Maisie and family, Evelina and family, Laureen and family, the Prince family, Rose and family, Margaret Courtney and family, the pastor and members of the Lapo Tree Seventh-day Adventist Church, and friends and neighbors of Lapo Tree, Conference, and Dunfermline St. Andrew. The funeral service for the late Lyra Edwards of Tivoli St. Andrew will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to LaCroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Doreen S. Nixon of Labrie St. George, who resided in New York, USA, passed away on Friday, 26th November 2021, at the age of 85. She was the mother of Lucia Nixon and Diana St. Croix, grandmother of Brian Problin Proherbs, Malcolm St. Croix Jr., and Carla Proherbs, great-grandmother of Savannah Ray St. Croix, sister of Elsa St. John, grandmother-in-law of Alicia Problin, sister-in-law of Naomi, Edris, Erica, and Dora Nixon, and Miriam Cador, aunt of many including Anne-Marie Stewart, Sebastian, Leslian, Catherine, Bernard and Marilyn St. John. Grand-aunt of many including Petra and Barry Stewart, Matthew Lett, Joseph St. John, Michaela Madison, Malika Charles St. John, and Makisha St. John. Aunt-in-law of many. Great-grand-aunt of Harmony Madison. Godmother of Edward Christopher. Caregivers Tracy Burnett, Melissa De Roche, Ophelia Mulling, and Samantha Simpson. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including Mary Brownie, the Nixon, Paul, Purcell and St. John families, Alban and Yvonne Redhead, Margaret Christopher, Carl Arthur, Joseph Elephant Alexander, Rupert Link, Jerome Sargent, and friends and neighbors in the USA, the United Kingdom, Canada, Barbados, Trinidad, Laborie and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Doreen S. Nixon of Laborie St. George, who resided in New York, USA, will be held in the USA on Saturday, 11th December. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cosmas Sylvester Seals, also known as Grandmaster and Cassie, of Montmoritz, who resided at Grand'Aunt's, passed away on November 29, 2021, at the age of 81. He leaves behind 3 children, Sandra, Roger, and Koskill, 7 brothers, Thomas, Samuel, Mandu, Clifton, Alphas, Wilfred, and Michelle, 4 sisters, Myrtle, Marion, Glenda, and Julia, 5 grandchildren, 2 great-grands, several nieces and nephews, many other relatives and friends including Trevor, Kem, Urban, Glenda, Joe, Tanya, the boys at Ricky's shop, Sandra and the boys on the Carnage, Moses, Wilfred, Lorraine, Junior, Ermin, Irma, Lloyd, the Montmoritz Breakfast Gang, and friends and other relatives living in the United Kingdom, the USA, and Canada. The funeral service for the late Cosmas Sylvester Seals, also known as Grandmaster and Cassie, of Montmoritz, who resided at Grand'Aunt St. George, will take place privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Clarice Alexander, also known as Claro, of Monthorn St. Andrew, a well-known market vendor at Grenville, passed away on Friday, 3rd December 2021, at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Clarice Alexander, also known as Claro of Monthorn St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Maud Jones George, also known as Teacher Maud, of Happy Hill St. George, passed away on Saturday, 27th November 2021, at the age of 66. The funeral arrangements for the late Maud Jones George, also known as Teacher Maud, of Happy Hill St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Molan Martin Lalji, also known as Flex and Mad Max, of Latente St. David, died on Wednesday, December 1st, 2021, at the age of 42. The funeral arrangements for the late Molan Martin Lalji, also known as Flex and Mad Max, of Latente St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Shendel Muriel Charles of River Road, St. George, died on Thursday, December 2nd, 2021, at the age of 36. The funeral arrangements for the late Shendel Muriel Charles of River Road, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Corporal 837 Kenneth Cummings, also known as Jasper, of Happy Hill, who resided at New Hampshire, St. George, died on Saturday the 20th of November at the age of 56. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Corporal 837 Kenneth Cummings, also known as Jasper, of Happy Hill, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
John Nichols, also known as Froggo, of Munich St. Andrew, passed away on Sunday, 28th November 2021, The funeral arrangements for the late John Nichols, also known as Froggo, of Munich St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Louisa Benoit, also known as Pamela, of Conference St. Andrew, passed away on Saturday 27th November 2021 at the age of 66. The funeral arrangements for the late Louisa Benoit, also known as Pamela, of Conference St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Deborah Pearline Nayak, also known as Maisy and Nayo, of Dunfermline, who resided at Mirabeau St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday 23rd November 2021 at the age of 51. The funeral arrangements for the late Deborah Pearline Nayak, also known as Maisy and Nayo of Dunfermline, who resided at Mirabeau St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Jaden Blake of Woburn St. George passed away on Saturday 27th November 2021 at the age of 10. The funeral arrangements for the late Jaden Blake of Woburn St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Bernadette Rona Superville of New Hampshire St. George, residing in Canada, passed away on Monday, 22nd November. The funeral of the late Bernadette Rona Superville of New Hampshire St. George, who resided in Canada, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
David Charles, also known as Joby, of Lafayette St. Andrew, passed away on Wednesday 17th November 2021 at the age of 78. The funeral arrangements for the late David Charles, also known as Joby, of Lafayette St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Dave Marquez, also known as Scalawa, of Grove St. Jean, an employee of Nawassa, passed away on Thursday 11th November 2021 at the age of 51. The funeral arrangements for the late Dave Marquez, also known as Scalawa, of Grove St. John, an employee of Nawassa, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Catherine Williams, also known as Bemisi, Tita and Darling, of Blaise St. Andrew, who resided at Jean Anglais St. George, passed away on Friday, November 5th, 2021, at the age of 72. The funeral arrangements for the late Catherine Williams, also known as Bemisi, Tita and Darling, of Blaise St. Andrew, who resided at Jean Anglais St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The pain and agony of losing someone is never easy. Within your own mind and heart, there is a deep pain, agony that no one can fill. Within you see yourself painfully accepting the fact that you have lost someone you love. But this is what the Word of God said in the book of Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, which made the heaven and the earth. To Him you need to look to for your help and your leadership and your guidance. Man will not give you that help that you need. Money, fame, even the very material things that you have sought. You realize in losing someone, none of those things would give you help. Right now, there is one person who stand ready to help you. His name is Jesus Christ. He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Why not trust him today? Why not allow him to be at peace in your life? I want to pray for you and your family. Pray with me. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I surrender, Lord, every heart that is painfully accepting the reality of their lives who have lost a loved one. I pray, O God, that you comfort those families, give them strength, enable them to see, God, that you are there for them, that you, Lord, will never leave them, nor will you forsake them, for from you will come their help. I ask your blessing and for strength for them today, in Jesus' holy and precious name. Amen and amen. May God bless you and keep you and sustain you. May he overshadow you and look over your family as you reach deep within and overcome this deep sorrow and pain that you face. My prayers and thoughts are with you and your family. God bless you.
Hills and Valley Medicare Center and Pharmacy, we have expanded our services to enhance the convenience and comfort of all our customers in a state-of-the-art ambience. We are conveniently located at the corner of Grenville and Granby Street at the bottom of Market Hill opposite the Eye Center. We offer the following services: massage therapy, physiotherapy, general practitioner, pedicure, and both express and signature facial therapy conducted by professionals who are best in their field. Our pharmacies are the #1 rated on the island and stock the widest range of prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, as well as medical supplies. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and Saturday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can contact us on 435-6904 or by email on valley6904@gmail.com.
As the hustle and bustle of the holiday season begins, the Grenada Salvation Army is once again calling on the general public for assistance with its annual Kettle Drive. Once you hear the chime of a bell, you know it's the Kettle Drive beckoning for your donation of loose change. Donations are accepted at the Salvation Army office on Grenville Street, St. George, or through the Kettle Drive located at the Spiceland Mall, Grandans, Foodland Supermarket at Kirani James Boulevard, or at the Republic Bank account number 920-12370.
Interested in becoming a Salvation Army volunteer helper? Contact 456-7830 or 440-3299.
Grenada, we want you to get ready. The whole of the Tri-Island for the housing census 2021, yeah. This is a call to the nation. I have some information. It's important. I want everyone join us in support of this census. So come here, let's count the population to give the right amount. We need you on board. The entire public, your support, we really need it. Yeah. Yeah.
Less talk, more power.
Walk. Yes, everything.
See the miracle.
Evidence of metastatic prostate cancer.